Hello everybody, and welcome to the patch notes of 5.3, the preliminary version. So the table of contents, we have quests, treasure hunt, housing, and miscellaneous under playable content. On the battle system we have the feast and rival wings. Okay, let's start with the playable content. So new main scenario quests have been added. It will start on, you'll have to be level 80 on the Christian by 12.5 by 16.2. It's going to be at Managers of Suites, you know, the guy that you talk to have rest. And you must first have to complete the main scenario quest, Echoes of the Fallen Star. This goes all the way down. We actually have quite a bit of quests. Now we got Chronicles of a New Era quests have been added. Dark Apocalypse Tier 2. So this is the second tier of the raid, which we knew it was coming. These are the quests that you have to take to unlock it. You have to be level 80. It will be in Kalusia at 34.7 by 18.2. The NPC will be Dig Site Chief, and you first must have complete one way to do it on Chronicles of a New Era. There'll be 3 more quests. Next up will be Sora Worldlit. The quest will be Sleep Now and Sapphire, which should be the Sapphire weapon, correct? Also need to be level 80. You can unlock it on the Resistance Officer, which is located on the logs at 11.3 by 22.5. Remember, you first must have complete the Ruby Doomsday. Now, weekly restrictions of the previous tier have been lifted. The weekly restrictions on the following Chronicles of a New Era quests have been removed. The Gift of the Archmages, Primal Focus, and Unidentified Flying Object. New side story quests have been added. So on the custom deliveries, we're going to have Crafter, Oh Crafter My Crafter, which can be unlocked on the Firmament at 13.5 by 11.2, and the NPC LL2, and you will have to be at least a Disciple of the Hand or Land level 70. Remember, you have to complete the quests If Songs Had Wings and Go West Crafton. Then you'll have an ode to Unity, and in LL2's Wings, it seems like you'll have a quest chain of 3 quests before you get to the end. Then you'll have the Faux Hollows, which is the new primals that are elevated to level 80. You'll have to be a level 80. You will unlock it on Idleshire 7.0 by 5.9. And the name of the NPC you're looking for is Painfully Ishgardian Man. Players must first complete the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers, and the quest Keeping Up with Aliapus. So when those 2 are complete, you can start your Faux Hollows. Now, still on the questing and on the playable content, we got Dwarf Tribe quests have been added. The Dwarf Tribe main quests and daily quests will employ an automatic level adjustment system known as Quest Sync, which will match the difficulty to the player's current class level. Any experience received from completion of these quests will be adjusted accordingly. Furthermore, certain quests will not allow players to proceed with a class that is different than when they accepted them. So the first main quest will be called It's Dwarfen Time. The NPC you're looking for is Affable Townsdwarf in Kalusia at 15.7 by 30.3. I'm gonna go ahead and risk that this will be in Tamara, and the pre-quest that you have to complete will be Run It to the Rescue. And it says here, the quest Run It to the Rescue will become available after progressing through the quest chains, beginning with a Village of Woe and a Disagreeable Dwarf. So make sure to do the quest chains that begin with the Village of Woe and the Disagreeable Dwarf to unlock the Beast Tribe. So this will be about 5 quests long to complete the story, and then Beast Tribe daily quests. To unlock them, you first must complete the tribe quest. It's Dwarfen Time, which is the first one that you have to accept. Where can you trade your currency? Well, players can earn hammered fragments, which will be the currency, by completing dwarf daily quests. The number of hammered fragments currently held is displayed on the currency window, so make sure to there's nothing different here. And the vendor for you to trade your currency will be in Lakeland at 9.4 by 13.1. It's a picture right here. It seems like it's east of the Hostile Imperative. Now, the new main scenario quests for Realm Reborn have been revamped, so we do have the squish and the streamline of the quests. They even said to ensure a smoother journey through the main scenario for new players. They have revised or removed certain quests, but the adjustments will not affect the overall story. So basically what they did was like remove the superfluous quests, and the ones that have the story stay there. There's EXP adjustments for you to get more EXP as you go through. If you're a new player, this is probably, I believe that was Mr. Happy that did a playthrough and took him like 2 weeks to go through the main story. So let's see how long it takes with the streamline. And for players progressing through Realm Reborn, if you are currently undertaking a quest in Realm Reborn, please refer to the duty list or journal, as you may find a notification asking you to abandon the quest. If the quest has been changed, you'll also be asked to reaccept it. If the quest is subject to removal, you will be asked to accept the next quest on the main scenario. So you'll have a notification like this that will help you with your adjustments to your MSQ if you're in the middle of it. There's an example here. A Terror Falgard says this quest has been adjusted. Please abandon the quest and restart it by speaking to Minfilia at the Waking Sands. Objectives, it reiterates. So if you have a notification like this, make sure to follow the instructions on screen to get your ARR playthrough going again. Now there's some quests. The following quests have also changed. If you have accepted these quests prior to patches noted below, they must be abandoned and reaccepted in order to safely complete it. Can't do it without you prior to patch 4.0. Legacy of Alog prior to patch 4.4. So if you have these quests, just abandon them and go get them again, and everything will be normal. Now we talked about this. I actually have a small video about this. So the Operation Archon, A Time to Every Purpose, and the First Flight of Excelsior, their requirements have been changed for the Black Wolf's Ultimatum, and now you will have to have completed My Little Chocobo. This quest is the same for each of the factions of the Grand Company, and now it's required to have it completed before you accept Operation Archon, A Time for Every Purpose, and the First Flight of the Excelsior. It also says here, mounts cannot fly in the Realm Reborn areas. There is a list which holds the Realm Reborn. A flyer, Chevron Barding awarded for completion of this quest can now be obtained in exchange for achievement certificates. So if you complete the quest, I believe I can fly, now you can go to the achievement guy. There's one in Old Gridania, and you can get a new Barding with achievement certificates. Quest objective icons for all quests have been adjusted to indicate elevation. This adjustment was made previous to a number of side quests, but will now apply to all quests. Alright. And now new chapters have been added to NG+. So you got the tank, the healer, the DPS, the disciple of the hand quest, and disciple of the land quest are all unlocked for you to play in NG+. So you can go through all of the job quests, the class quest, the disciple of the hand quest, and disciple of the land quest in NG+. You can relive it and see it as the story as a whole instead of just going through parts as you level up. That is very cool. Leaves can now be initiated and abandoned while riding a mount, so you don't need to dismount to accept or take them off your journal. As far as the treasure hunt goes, rewards have been added to Zanara skin treasure maps, and the following additions and adjustments have been made to the Dungeon of Leogia, which is the instance that you go to after you get a portal on the treasure hunt. So they have added new rewards, so we're going to be treasure hunting, and they increased the item level sync, which will be 505. So basically now you can go with, if you're like a raider and you have like level 500 eye level gear or 505, now going into treasure hunts does not sink you down. Okay, so as for Grand Company free companies, new craftable items have been added to the company workshop. The following additions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. Maximum subversible rank has been increased from 70 to 75. There's new destinations, more items to get from the voyages from your subs, and a warning message will be displayed when closing the voyage display panel if certain subversible parts require repair. So it will let you know if you have anything that needs to be repaired. Also, you will have new items added to the Grand Company Quartermasters. You got Puddin' Flesh added to the Quartermasters of each Grand Company, which you can obtain. On a Maelstrom, you will be Storm Corporal. Yeah, well, all three of them. You'll have to be Corporal to get the Puddin' Flesh for 200 seals from the Grand Company Quartermasters. And this concludes the portion of well, the first 50% of the playable content all the way to the Grand and Free companies. So I'm going to stop it here so you